The discounts and donations they receive from local feed stores and grocers, as well as from concerned people, is imperative. Schuster's farm began with his Jewish grandfather, who was a farmer in Nazi Germany during World War II.
Catch.
Norbert Schuster was a wonderful man. He escaped Germany when the Nazis would come and try to take him.
Yeah, sanctuary is a powerful word. You know, it's a powerful name for this film. It's a powerful name for the farm. You know, I think of The Hunchback of Notre Dame. I think of William Faulkner's novel Sanctuary. I think of the spiritual sense, the biblical sense of the term sanctuary being, a building, being just an idea of a principle of respite and comfort. And that's what they're doing here. You know, they're giving comfort to the animals. It's nice that that folks in this area have a place where they can take animals that need care, that need to be looked after. The numbers at the end are astounding. You know, as far as how many animals have been slaughtered during the making of this, during the time that it took you to watch this film. You know, 2 million chickens were slaughtered, and so on and so forth. But it's nice to see that some of these animals are being taken in. It's a wonderfully made film, nicely produced, nicely directed, edited, great, all kinds of amazing footage, wonderful footage of these animals. These folks running this farm are interesting. They're just kind and wonderful folks. I love seeing them communicate what they're doing.
I think it highlighted so many different aspects of what the sanctuary is and the different ways it acts as a sanctuary, very literally for the animals, but also people who visit, and helping them interact with animals and have this therapeutic escape. And the same for the people who live there. I think it was a very beautiful, touching story, and was just a really lovely piece.
It's just really wonderful to see somebody who's so passionate about something and taking action on it and doing something and making a positive change to the world. It's crazy how hard he works. And, he said he hasn't taken a vacation in over 20 years. And if he was to get sick, he's still go to work. And while that's like very admirable, I really hope that he has found somebody or will find somebody to kind of, be his right-hand person or protege or someone to help alleviate that workload and that stress, because that is a lot for one person to do. But he does such incredible work, and it was really cool to see how the community has kind of supported him and stood behind him in terms of volunteers coming and donations, extra produce that gets to go to these wonderful animals. And we got to meet some of the animals too and hear their stories. And it was just a really wonderful piece, seeing that there is good in the world, there is good happening. And, he said something along the lines of, it really restores his faith in humanity, and like, we're doing okay. And so feel good pieces like that, I think, are really important to have.
I'm a huge animal lover, so I was really moved by the people in this film. So devoted to rescuing animals from potential slaughter and just taking care of animals for the sake of letting them live and thrive. The footage of the different types of animals was really fun to watch, like A Day at the Zoo. I love the fact that the animals seemed so happy and well cared for. The interviews of the man running this sanctuary were very compelling, especially about the origin of the farm and about his granddad. I love the vocals at times during the film, perfect sentimental lyrics. I wish this sanctuary farm continued success. Interesting choice to list the number of animals slaughtered. Really makes you think.
This is ultimately a rescue story. We kind of see the story open up and develop through an experience through an outside source that eventually, we have this mother and daughter pair. We're getting a series of photos and videos capturing of different animals, and we are eventually led to this sanctuary as her daughter had rescued animals time and time again. We are eventually showing this journey of her ultimately discovering this sanctuary and the ins and outs within the sanctuary, within the different types of animals that exist on the farm, anywhere between cows, bunnies, sheep, and goats. My heart soared for that baby goat that was sick. We never got an ending on that note, but I wished nothing but healing for that goat in that scene. I felt so hard for that little moment there, and it was the ending that really came in through the punch at the end. Being able to just really hit in the facts with, you know, as you have watched this film, here's how many animals that have been mass slaughtered in the time that you're watching this piece. I think just is a really good hard hitter to be hit with after you're kind of taking this time to kind of see the ins and outs of this place and just kind of, in a sense, being aware of what you're consuming, how you're consuming it, and kind of giving this space for these animals essentially to be at peace in their lifetime.
Loved hearing the history of how the farm got started and then the sanctuary and the original owner, what he went through, and how the sheep helped him hide from the Nazis. So cool. This is just a really cool history. I'm glad that you guys told the history in the way that you did, and the story of the girl with the duck. That was really great. Kind of lead up to, the location. It was a really cool order of things to do. I really liked the guy that owns it now. He's very gentle and sweet with these animals, and can't believe he hasn't taken a vacation in almost 20 years. Just shows his dedication to this cause and how sweet he is. And it's great that a lot of people are giving donations, and it does give hope for humanity. I love that he said that people realize how close they are to being an animal themselves, and how some of these animals' interactions with humans, since it's open to the public, especially the little girl, I think he said, that had Down syndrome, and the emu, that was really cool, that these interactions are pretty amazing. It's like animal therapy for them and the animals, for the people and the animals, I think. Just super cute footage of the animals throughout. I really like that a lot. Love to see the animals happy and playing, and having a lot of room to run around. I love this sweet video of the tiny baby goat, and then when the goat fell over, that was really cute.
I love to see how these animals get along and had formed also a tiny community of their own. It is lovely to see this admirable passion of the caretakers and everyone involved in filming this and telling us this story. It was very lovely to watch it. It is important to take part in efforts like this where it's not about the money and we actually see other species as our own to take care of and not just eat. It was a lovely lesson. I learned a lot.